You're about to learn the trick of the reverb. Reverbius!
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're well. As always, thanks for popping along. While you're here, don't forget as well, slap the subscribe and stick your fingers in the notification bell because that all helps. So a little bit of a quick one today. This is about a reverb, because who doesn't love a little bit of reverb? If you've seen most of my patches before, you'll be aware that I'm a big fan of the glitz delay. I'm also a big fan of the dual delay. I kind of have them set as the same way in every preset now. Sometimes I will set it to the delay to quarter note, depending on what I'm doing or what the need is. But somebody had contacted me yesterday on YouTube and asked about, look, you know, some of the stuff that you do is kind of like lead based, and I play rhythm in a guitar, but I have trouble kind of cutting through. But I want a huge kind of sound, and then every now and then I'll do some lead, and I don't want a shit ton of delay. So one of the things that I have done in the past, and I do on rhythm patches, is this kind of little trick, if you like. And that's why you're here, because it's a trick that everybody wants to learn. So, as always, I've just pulled up an amp, my favourite calligraphic EQ, and I've put the cab at the end. Cab is just the Double X V30 with the 409 dynamic. That's just stock as it comes out, because I didn't really kind of feel the need to change that, mainly because I use an IR with this as well, which I will show you, because if you haven't paid attention to what we've been doing so far, I have give details about the IR that I use, because I'm a nice guy like that. Okay, so the Angle, or the Angle amp, if you notice as well, is that I haven't got a tube screamer up the front there, and the reason for that is with this amp, you don't need that mid hump. There is a shit ton of drive available on this amp anyway, and it's got its own mid boost. So if I play the standard YouTube player A chord and then turn the mid boost on at the amp, there's our mid hump. Back off again. What is there not to love about that? Okay, making sure that the noise gate was on. So that's our calligraphic EQ as well. I always keep this one in my favorite section in the editor. If you've downloaded any of my patches before, you will find this normally at round about that settings, to be fair. It's only like little tweaks that I'll do, and there is the cab. So onto our reverb. So this is something that when people first see it, they kind of go, what the fuck is he doing? And I'll explain as we go on why. Okay, so here's our plate in the Legacy. That's just a standard. Gotta do a pinched harmonic. It's the law. So the first thing that I do is take the pre-delay down to about 1 millisecond, just because, you know, I don't really want it all the way off. There's no reason why. It's just I like to see a number there. It's kind of fucking OCD or something. And then I'm going to turn this mix all the way to just under 100%, probably, I don't know, maybe 97%. That then gives us this. At this point now, you're probably making this face. What? But what we're going to do is we're going to grab this and we're going to just drop it down out the way, which then gives us this. There's a lot there, but it's manageable. So all of the notes are kind of cutting through. Obviously with the pre-delay, that's kind of what that is for. It kind of allows the note to break through with the guitar, and then the reverb kind of bounces on top of that. But for this, the way that it's set with it being underneath, Sounds great. So obviously, you know, there's no more kind of saturation going on. There's no overdrive. There's nothing like that. It's mainly kind of a rhythm patch anyway. You could use it as a lead patch if you wanted to, but like you say, the guy who I spoke to about it had specifically said, look, yeah, I'm not like a massive delay fan. I said, that's okay. Doesn't make you a bad person. And it doesn't. You know, I'm not judging anyone. You know, people judge me all the time. So what we'll do now is we'll throw in on the top line stereo retro reel. Okay. We'll turn it off. And then, you know, standard YouTube behavior. I'll play a chord and turn it on again with the A chord. So again. So the thing with the retro reel, it does affect the tone in a particular way that some people like and some people don't like. And again, that's okay. You want to take it out, by all means take it out, put something else there. So again, at this point now, what you're probably thinking is, but Johnny, what you always say in your patches is that there's a tile reverb at the end and you have to put it there because it's in all of your patches, and that's the only reason why I come here is because you put the tile reverb on there, and if it's not there, then I'm going to fucking unsubscribe. Okay. I didn't put the tile reverb on there is because I'd previously tried it this morning. I didn't particularly like it. I kind of thought it was probably a bit overkill. But let's just put it in anyway, and you tell me. Let me know in the comment section below whether you think that this is too much or it does still add that something special. So with the tile reverb, I always turn the pre-delay off, just knock the decay down a little bit. Leave our mix at about 44% because that's kind of the polite area. We'll turn it off and then we'll turn it back on again. So standard YouTube behavior, A chord. And we'll turn it back on again. Actually, I like that now. I mean, that sounds fucking huge. We'll take it back off. It sounds quite kind of glassy sounding. Yeah, I like it. I like it being there. So what we'll do is I'll just save that patch as it is, and you want to take it out, take it out. If you want to take the retro reel out, take the retro reel out. But as far as big tips goes for, you know, big reverb secrets, this is one of them things that not a lot of people do. A lot of the patches that you see, nobody really drops the reverb down onto the second line and then throws the mix all the way up. There is a Van Halen patch that is floating around out there. I think Line 6 actually did it on one of the Line 6 movies. I think that they did the same with the plate reverb. They kind of dropped it down to the second line and threw the mix all the way up. So if you find one of the Line 6 movies here on YouTube, you'll probably be able to see that. So, all right, so that is the patch. Again, it's in stereo. You probably could do it in mono if you wanted to, but you know, I just kind of like the big sound of, you know, if we've got the availability to use the stereo, then we should. So, as always, thanks for watching. I do appreciate you being here. All the links that you need for this patch, etc. If you want to interact with me on social media, you can do. Everything is down below. And again, slap the subscribe and stick your fingers on the notification bell. And I will definitely see you in a couple of days for the next one. Take it easy.